Marcus, do you know there are people out there in...
First, what with the empty glass? First, give us another round. You're just here talking and you're empty glass.
You're very observant.
Yeah. What's this? No.
Do you know there are individuals like me, you, our brothers, our sisters, our friends who are walking around thinking that they are the parents of their children.
Why do you say that?
Now, I came
But they are.
No. I came across a statistic.
Statistic.
A statistic.
Say it slowly.
A statistic that blew my mind. Do you know that there are 7 Kampala laboratories and government chemists? Basically, what they found that 6 in 10 parents who had gone to find out, fathers, by the way, fathers, I'm talking about fathers here,
60%.
specifically, 6 out of 10 fathers found out that they were not, after they asked for a DNA test, they were not the parents of that child, not the father.
What figure is that? 6 out of 10?
6 out of 10. And it gets worse, Marcus. It gets worse.
6 out of 10? For real?
8 out of 10 of those actually found out, the parents, the father, the so-called father, found out that the first child, especially the first child, they're not the father of.
Okay, so 6 out of 10 is general?
Yes.
But the first child?
Yes.
The probability increases to 8.
8 out of 10. And this was, I was reading something, statics research.
I'd have been concerned, but my son really looks like me, like they're not worried about
okay,
it.
for you, yes.
But I'd have been concerned. But
Can
for real?
you imagine? Boss, me, I got scared.
Hey, that's bad.
You realize that it's a problem. It is a huge problem for fathers. You imagine you fall in love with this child. You think it's yours as a father. Only to find out that this child is not yours?
These women are liars. All of them, they are liars. Wait, 8 out of 10. No, but actually, you know what? It's actually true. Because even I've actually spoken to a couple of women, guys. No, women actually. Let me know women, and the first time I heard about this story, and I thought it was a one-off situation, so I let it go. And she was actually concerned because she didn't know who the father was. In the span when the child was born, count back 9 months. Sindio?
Yes.
Around the time when this could have happened, conception. But I was a job. So it is either Tom, Patrick, or James. And I spoke to a chick, but I ignored it because I'm thinking, you just have a problem. So I ignored it. I'm like, yeah, it's a one-off. It's not an issue. But it's a big. That's a 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. The firstborn is not there. You're there. He's my son, my what? He has my eyes. Kumbe, he has another guy's eyes. And another guy's teeth. And another guy's ears. And another guy's nose.
When a guy who is black, like Sudanese black, and the guy comes out with curly hair.
Can you imagine? No.
Even the eyebrows are curly. No, but let me ask you a question though. And this is the issue here. Okay, so my question is, you're like you said, I have fallen in love with this child, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I think it's my kid.
What?
Marcus, I cannot raise another... No. I cannot raise another man's child.
You don't know it's another man's child.
I don't know, but once I find out...
You don't know, but do you need to find out? You're in love with the kid. The kid is yours, calls you daddy, thinks you are daddy. You think son. So what? Are you a dad?
But all of that is a lie.
Yeah, but
I am not the father.
Are you a dad?
It is not my son. Do you understand? Do you understand the gravity of this? Think about it. Let's say, for example, I have a kiddo. The kiddo is 2 years old. 2. Then, out of curiosity, I'm just like, but really, that can knows, eh? No. Let me go and see.
We don't have it in our family.
You don't have it in our
family. Even
family.
Uncle James, the ugly one, doesn't have it.
You understand? Just breathing oxygen. I'm like, no. Do a test, you find out. I find out the kid is not mine. Do you know, first of all, I'll be like, what the hell? 2 years. And I have invested in this child.
And this is my question. This is my question, guy. Why the need to go and find out? Why? What's the purpose? Because there's a difference, a clear distinction between being a father and being a dad. Clear.
Anybody can be a father.
Anyone can be a father. You're a sperm donor, for crying out loud. All you did was poo inside. But are you a dad to that kid? Are you making an impact to that kid? It's like saying, I don't therefore believe in adoptions. But it's like you're mitigating the whole adoption concept.
No. But let me know.
No.
This is what I would prefer.
No,
I would rather you tell me from the get to go. Let me understand. I must not live a lie and believe this is my child when it is not. 6 out of 10 and 8 out of 10?
What you don't know, Gaetano Kagwa. No, please don't get me wrong. I'm not condoning it. I'm not. I'm not saying that these women, I think women are liars. I've told you this before. They are liars.
And they are thieves.
And they are thieves also.
Yeah.
Now, if you have this, like you don't know, okay? And I've always said this, what you don't know can't hurt you. And many of us, we don't know what we don't know. And I think our quest to get answers is the beginning of our problems. Sometimes it's okay to be ignorant.
No, not on cases like
Especially,
this. Especially,
the woman has already lied to you, Gaetano. She has lied to you.
No.
So in the bigger picture of things, you are there and you have decided, if I find out, if I take this step to finding out about this kid, who, by the way, now you're already 2 years in, there's a 2-year bond between you and that child. Not only are you going to kill that bond, you're going to kill the wife bond, you're going to kill the home. God forbid you have other children. That home officially is Bamugenze.
Okay, Marcus.
It's a wrap.
If you, Marcus.
So ask yourself this question before you say, oh, no. Is it worth it? Because I want to be informed.
To be sure. I want to know that those 10 minutes of engagement that I gave my wife to produce this child is actually my child. Now, Marcus, you have children. Let me just put it to you like this. Hypothetically speaking.
No, I don't like hypothetical situations.
No. If, Marcus, tomorrow you go and say, my firstborn, just out of curiosity, you say, and you do the test. Marcus, if you found out that your firstborn is not your son.
And 8 out of 10 times, according to statistics.
Exactly.
It is not.
If you found out that your firstborn is not your firstborn, what are you going to do?
No, it breaks your heart. It's undoubtable and it's disturbing, and that's my point. And that's what I'm trying to tell you here, Gaetano.
What are you going to do?
You will break somebody. And you might start with...
You will still feel that love for that child?
I don't know. I don't know how I'll feel. But what I do know is nothing will be the same. Nothing. Nothing with the kid. Nothing with the mother. Nothing with the second born, because then I begin to judge them. Nothing remains the same. Which is what I ask myself today. The love I have for that child, is it worth it? Is it worth the effort to go and find out? Is my quest for knowledge more important than the well-being of that child? Because right now, I guarantee you, if I find out that it's not my child, that's it.
Okay, let me ask you this then.
That's it. Fair enough.
Since time seems to be a defining issue in all of this, time.
Okay,
let's think about time. If you find out when the child is 1 month, if you find out when the child is 1 year, if you find out when the child is 5 years, does that make a difference then? No. The child is only 1 month old.
Okay, maybe 1 month.
And you do a paternal test and you find out,
Time is a factor.
Time is a factor.
Time is a factor.
So when it's 1 month, you will say no. It's not my child.
Bamugenze, we go.
2 years?
Problem. Anything after 6 months is a problem.
Anything after 6 months?
In my opinion, is a problem. Personal opinion. Anything after 6 months is a problem. Because the real bond between child and parent is post 3 months. And that's why they normally give that paternity, maternity leave that time. Because that's when the bond is connected. That's when you are there, you know. And it's even worse for a father, especially if you have a son, because now you're here. You're passing everything you know and believe into that child.
Okay.
You are trying to get the best version of you from
into
that
child.
Now, if you're trying to tell me, Gaetano, that what you have done with this child is irrelevant because I want to know the truth, then you are a selfish man. And that's my opinion. If you
No, what are you talking about?
You're a selfish man.
I'm selfish because the child is not mine and I found out.
She cheated. Ain't nothing you gonna do about that. I'm
raising another man's child?
So the fuck what? It's done. It's already chakurese. What are you going to do about it? There's nothing you can do. You can't change it. You can't change the fact that you can't unslip her to another man. It's done. It's finished. She has done it. You are here with the child. You are connected. You are, what do you remember the word?
Ensconcement.
Thank you for coming. You are ensconced. You are there with the child. Now what? Okay. I want to know, really, did this girl cheat on me 9 years ago? You're a foolish man.
You know what?
This child calls you daddy.
Fair enough.
This child,
Fair enough.
for everything that you have done, that child is a representation of you.
Of you. As a father, we're talking about the father side. Now me, I'm asking myself, as a woman, how do you go to sleep at night knowing this guy, this fool, believes this child is his? As a woman, how do you walk around? Yeah, but then get women.
I started this show by saying that women are what?
Thieves.
Liars.
And liars.
Liars.
So how? But
you see,
that means
we can't.
The only person in a relationship who knows whose child this is always the mother. She's the only one who knows.
Only, always. And unfortunately, and this is so unfortunate, the woman has become so good at taking that secret to the grave, it's disturbing. Because they will not flinch. They will not even give you an indication with action, with what. They probably know properly where I had that child with, blah, 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 blah. Properly, they even know the guy. And they will probably cut that guy out completely. Because right now, harm has been done. Nothing we can do about that.
And you know, and the messed up
And
part,
then they will say, my guy, this is yours. Yes, well done. We have it, baby.
So should you, as now that we know the stats, 6'10", 8'10", bichi, should dads and fathers purposely, whenever they have a child, go and say, I want to do a paternity test? Meanwhile, mind you, a paternity test costs $129. That's about 440,000 shillings.
So it's not for everybody, basically.
You can't afford it.
Yeah.
But if you can afford it, is it advisable for you then to go and have a... In fact, Jonah, Jangwon.
And as Jonah comes, let me ask you this question.
Hey.
Think about this, Jonah, whether or not you take a paternity test. But think about what the question of let's have a paternity test
means
does to the relationship. Think about that.
As I think, Jonah, one more.
You're saying?
I get it.
We have a child. Yay! But let's first go and test. The malaria you would have caused in that home.
Let's first check.
What? You don't trust me? You don't think that? You are saying that? You are? No,
but
so the entire conversation.
But I love you. I just want to make sure.
Get the fuck out of here. What do you mean I love you? You don't love me enough to trust me?
Jonah, would you do a paternity test to find out if that child is really yours and you're the father?
Okay, for starters, why would you go for that test when the kid is already old?
Hey.
Let's say
that's my point. You're church with it, but
secondary school level.
Or your children date. But now, 2 months in.
Only 2 months.
Back comes out.
I would go for it if I do not trust my woman.
But then why are you with her if you don't trust her? Why are you with her if you don't trust her? Mureke, if you don't trust her, Mureke. But my point is, by the time the concept of paternity test removes the concept of trust, which is a very strong filler.
But you're talking about
it is a foundation.
That trust has already been broken if you do find out that yes, indeed, this child is not yours. That so-called trust that you're trying to keep is already gone.
How did you find out?
Because
by not trusting.
She already did something that was untrustworthy.
How do you know?
The nose was too big. You understood? The nose of the baby was too big.
If the features are there, and you can tell.
And you know this is the problem, Marcus.
No, if you have a dark couple and you get a brown, then there are problems. And I agree that.
But
And you can say, I'm not mistrusting you, I just don't trust the color.
Marcus.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Marcus.
I don't trust the color. But if the child looks okay, we are two guys, two black, and the child is black, and distinctively doesn't look like mommy, doesn't look like daddy, it's just there.
But you see,
or looks 100% like the mother. There's nothing you can do about that.
And this is the thing. When a baby is born, people will find features that are non-existent. Oh, they have eyes like yours. No, they don't. Open your... You see, you want to believe that the child is yours so much that you will create stuff in your head, and it's not there.
Agreed. My point is, the moment you start the discussion of DNA, be prepared for a lifetime of mistrust. And that's not the kind of relationship you want. I'm just saying. A lifetime.
You will never do a DNA test. You.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Those are yours.
Bobo aga osazo kunimba. Tugende nacho.
Oh. Sure. You are an idiot.
I am never doing a DNA test.
Stupid.
And if you're going to lie to me,
Marcus.
lie well. lie well
Be there.
and pray to God that this child doesn't come out looking muzungu with curly hair, because then they for sure will kill you. But if they come out looking like you, the woman, that's okay.
You'll be there lying low like an envelope.